Hey ladies, you don't really have to look exceptionally good only on special occasions such as your wedding. A lady must always look smart, clean, and dazzling every other day to find the right attention. I am Princess Adams and you are an OMG. I have with me a professional makeup artist, Marian Okolo of Quintessence Makeovers. You're welcome, Marian.
Thank you very much.
We'll be looking at face prepping, how to choose the right foundation for the face, as most ladies go out there without getting the right foundation for their face. Miriam, what do you say to this?
First and foremost, like I like telling people, you imagine that you're an artist, you're working on your face, and your face is your canvas you're working on. So you have to make sure that it is clean and free of all dirt and then oil and makeup from the previous days or the previous nights, as the case may be. So it's basically, simple steps you have to follow. Like first and foremost, you have to cleanse your face. You have to cleanse, then exfoliate, then you tone and moisturize. Each of these steps have different things you do for your face. When you're following these steps, you're clearing the oil on your face and dirt, like I said earlier on. Then it's also helping you remove dead skin cells from your face. Then it helps, when you do all this, it helps, to bring out the natural glow. You don't have to bleach your face or anything like that. So once you follow this step, your natural glow comes out, your natural color comes out.
Now these steps, what we call prepping.
Yes, it's part of face prepping. You're preparing your face for the makeup. That's why it's called prepping. Prepping basically means preparing your face for makeup. Do you understand? So when you finish this step, definitely your moisturizer has to have a sun protection factor, because the weather in Nigeria is basically hot most times. Exactly. So you have to protect your skin from the sun, and the face is very skin on the face is very delicate, as you can see. So after the basic skincare, you start by priming your face before you use your foundation. Okay. What the primer does is preparing your face for the makeup proper. It helps some have the ability to control oil that comes up on the face. Some people wear foundation and powder, by the time maybe an hour or two,
you see all the oil
starts coming on the
out.
face. So it helps control. There is oil mattifier too you can use, but it's better, instead of buying a face primer and an oil mattifier, it's just better for you to get one that you can actually control oil.
Okay.
So some of them control oil. Then the basic reason why you're using a primer is for your makeup to sit well, for your foundation to blend well into your face and last longer. That's what every primer does. They have different types of primers: face, eye, lip, cheek primer, and everything as the case. Yes,
even for the lips as well.
Yeah, lip primer.
That's good.
So what it basically does is help your makeup to stay and blend in properly. So after the face primer, the next thing you use is the foundation. I most times advise people to use a foundation before concealer, because most times your foundation gets to cover up what concealer would have done actually.
Really?
Yes.
Because mostly what we ladies know is using the concealer before the foundation.
Yeah, the concealer is supposed to cover dark spots, blemishes on the face, under eye patches and all. But I personally use foundation first, because mostly there are foundations that have very full coverage. So you can use foundation like that to cover such issues, but only cases whereby it doesn't work, that's when the concealer comes in. And the concealer is very thick. It's not something I personally want to have on my face. So first and foremost, I try to use a foundation to see if it works, and if it doesn't, that's when I go on to using a concealer to conceal.
So how do you know the foundation you're using is the right type for your skin?
Okay, the mistake most people make is everybody wants to be light. You meet someone and the person is telling the makeup artist what color you should use on her face.
Really?
That I used to so and you're wondering how come, but I can see your face. So what's going on? Do you understand? Everybody wants to be light, but they don't know that the difference when you use what is right for you is way better than trying to be someone that you're not. Do you understand? So the deal is, if you want to buy a foundation, and some people, it's not their fault, because when they go to a store to buy their makeup, they just give them what they have.
Yeah.
because they don't want you to go to another shop and get your right color elsewhere.
They will
give
tell
you, they'll tell you
this
this is
the
what,
right one for
if you
your
don't get
skin.
this one, the next one you're going to get is going to make you darker or
That
lighter
is
than you are.
marketing.
But it doesn't make sense, because if I buy something and I use it, I don't like it, doesn't fit my face, I'm not going to come back to your store anymore, and I'm not going to refer people to you. So most times I tell people, no matter what they're telling you there, ask for testers. Most times you can see, when they have testers, there is one that your mind will be telling you that this is what is good for me. So you select one darker than that one and one shade lighter than that one.
Really?
So you try them on your jawline, not on your wrist, not on your jawline. That's where it's basically better for you to try.
The ladies
so the
on
one
the
that fades,
jawline,
yes.
not on your wrist.
So the one that fades into your skin, that is the one that you're called. That's the one you should use. You should get for yourself. Then there are times that they don't let you try in the store. You can, if you can go outside with the bottle. If it has a transparent bottle, you can hold it to your face under natural light and see if it blends to your
Then
skin.
it works.
Then again, another way you can decide what foundation will work for you is there are cool tones and warm tones. Yeah. How you know is you check on the underside of your wrist. You check for the color of your vein. The ones that are green are warm tones, and the ones that are like purplish, bluish is cool tone. So if you have a warm tone, you should get a foundation that has yellow or gold undertones.
Okay.
Do you understand? Then if you have like a purplish or bluish skin tone, you should get a foundation that is a cool tone. That is the foundations that have their foundation. When you see, they have like red tones in them or bluish. Those are the ones that you should use.
That's a very important thing to note. Can you hear me to repeat that?
Okay, like I said, for you to choose your foundation, you have to know your skin tone first and foremost. So you can check your wrist, under your wrist. You can check your wrist, under your wrist here for your veins. If you have a green vein, like I have a green vein, any foundation I'm getting has to have a yellow or gold undertone in it. Then if my wrist has like purplish or bluish veins in it, you have to get a foundation that has reddish or bluish undertones.
That's a nice one.
That's how you get it. So you have to consider all those when you're getting your foundation. If you know all these, I mean, when somebody's trying to confuse you, you can also show that you know what you're doing and you know what you're trying to get.
That's a very good one. So ladies, you've heard it all. Don't just go to any store and pick up any kind of foundation out there. Thank you, Mary and Okolo, for coming on the program today. You'll be seeing more of her, and you're still on OMG. I am Princess Ada.